Chair Bouchard.
Oscar.
I just have a few thoughts I'd like to add to this. I've been talking to my peers about this and family about this, about having the high holidays and Eid off. And for the most part, my friends who are not in religious minorities were very supportive of it. They think that it's a good idea. And the reaction from my friends who are in religious minorities was shock, followed by excitement. Because this really is not a change that we saw coming. We didn't expect it to actually happen. I was talking to my grandparents about this, about the fact that the high holidays may be off. And they told me that they really didn't expect to see this within their lifetimes. And truly, my parents said the exact same thing. The high holidays are supposed to be a time of reflection, time with family, but what they became was an annual reminder that we were different, that we were somehow not a part of what everybody else was a part of. And I know that for most students at Hopkins, this is a pretty minor change. It just means that they'll get a few extra days off. But for those students whose holidays are, for the first time, being honored, it's a really big deal. Not only will this calendar help students who are in the religious minorities, I think that it will actually help students who are in the religious majority get a better perspective about the other cultures that exist in Hopkins. And the more I think about this issue, the more I think about the younger students in our district, the elementary schoolers. Because I remember being a Jewish elementary schooler at Hopkins. And every year I remember falling behind on those two high holidays. The main issue was never having to make up the work. That wasn't the big deal. The thing that made it a big deal was that feeling of exclusion, that feeling that I had missed out on something, and that the reason that I had missed out on something was because I was Jewish, because I was not part of the majority religion. So I think that in addition to the immediate impact of this new calendar, it's worth keeping in mind the long-term psychological impact that this is going to have. Students in Hopkins who are part of a religious minority will no longer have to grow up with that annual reminder that they are not a part of the majority religion. They will grow up feeling more comfortable at Hopkins, and I really do think that that will have a big impact on our current elementary schoolers and any future potential Hopkins student. I think that this will be a huge step towards improving equity at Hopkins, and I really hope that we will be sort of on the cutting edge of this, and that other districts around us will start to pick this up, and hopefully it will spread further around in the state and eventually the nation. So with that, I would strongly urge the board to approve the second calendar with extra holidays. Thank you.
Thank you.
I feel like you just made your first motion.
I know.
Should we let Oscar make the motion?
I don't think we legally can.
Thank you. That was so powerful, Oscar. And thank you as well to everyone you referenced in your comments and for their input as well. This is what it's all about, is grappling with these issues. I think that we tend to get really bogged down in the technicalities, which we legally have to, so I understand why we do, right? But when we think about the larger cultural implications, when we think about our culture as a Hopkins Schools community and the decisions that we're making, that we have a really important decision in front of us. You know, whether we are going to truly structurally honor the diversity that exists in our district, or whether we are going to just kind of keep plugging ahead in the way we always have. So I appreciate you framing it up so beautifully for us, the importance of that work.